No stop sign, speed limits. Ain't no one gonna slow me down. What's up?
So I was just letting you get your soul out.
I'm on the highway to hell. Yeah. So, what's on the agenda for today?
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And because last night, because as I told you, I got my my specific AI computer built.
Hi, Rob.
Was it? Who the hell was that?
I don't know. We're haunted. Anyway, no, I was clicking on something here.
Oh, I was gonna say. The hell is that?
It's just YouTube.
Oh.
Anyway, what were you doing? Oh yeah, you got your AI computer.
Yes. Oh my fuck.
Built a whole new computer just so you can mess with Chat GPT and Stable Diffusion.
Hey man. I'm not putting any of that AI stuff on my normal computer because I don't need it getting any of my you don't know.
I know.
It's freaking AI. Get hold of my
get
passwords. Start ordering me hookers and blow. Well,
wait, what's the problem? I didn't. No, I want AI to take over. When it comes time when the AI is like assimilating people into the Borg and people are running away from it, I'm going to be running towards it.
No,
shit.
No,
plug that shit into my head.
What I want the 13th floor. That's what I want. I want the goddamn 13th floor. I know people want to say the Matrix, but no, the Matrix had. Well, it was just too far out there.
We're apparently in the 13th floor now. That's the thing.
Well, I want to break into the 13th floor. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this working shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some chunky fat girl is like dancing around TikTok making thousands of dollars. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? And if I got to do AI to do this, then screw it. I will.
What was the name of that broad? Job of the what?
Gorlock the Destroyer. And I think it's
that's her name.
No, that's what everybody's calling it. And I think it's a dude. I'm pretty sure it's a dude.
What's the name? Let me look it up. Hang on.
Just Gorlock the Destroyer. And good for them. Good for them. If people are gonna pay them thousands of dollars just to prance around, hey man, all the power to them. Got nothing against them. That's awesome for them.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, share the screen so everybody can know who the hell we're talking about.
I mean, that's not their name. That's what people have nicknamed them.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to share it?
Yeah, well, you're the host.
Oh, excuse me.
Here we go. So obviously we're talking about the one on the left there.
Yeah, all the way on the left. That one. Yeah, all the way on the left.
Yeah, that's fat guy tits. That's fat guy tits. That's what that is. I'm sorry, but that's. I mean, look, I've been with fat broads because that's what you have to do sometimes. And when they get bigger, even A cups get bigger. They don't stay A cups. And those look like fat guy tits.
Okay, well, that is making money just prancing around on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, what do
we should put on wigs, huh?
Oh well, yeah. If that's what it takes,
I got fat guy tits.
Listen. If girls can show their buttholes and pay rent, you doing that? Dudes should be able to flop around with their man titties. All right.
I guess. You have to shave your chest though. I did that once when I was in high school and it itched like fuck.
Are you trying to like be like Brad Pitt or something?
No. When you're a kid and you're first going through like your changes and shit, it grows in all patchy and looks fucked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
So you got like 3 hairs around one nipple and a patch in the middle, and it just doesn't look good. But anyway,
my favorite was the underarm hair. Okay.
Oh,
because like mine when mine came in, it came in like poof.
Really?
God damn. Oh yeah. It was, dude. It was literally a bush.
I don't remember my armpit hair and how that came in. I do remember my ball hair though, or specifically the hair on top, like the the fupa part. I don't know what you call that. you know the part above where your dick is. I just remember on both sides of my dick, all of a sudden, overnight, I woke up the next day and had like 3 hairs on each side, like spider legs coming out, and nothing else. And anyway, and they were long as fuck. I was like, how the hell did this happen while I was sleeping?
Seriously.
Plus, I'm like, I don't know. How old are you when that shit comes in? Like 12, maybe 11? I don't even know.
I know it's in middle school, but I just remember,
Yeah.
that obviously, dudes being dudes, they're going to make fun of you and so on. It's like, yeah, well, what am I going to do? Shave it off? And somebody was like, don't shave it off. Just you have hair clippers. I'm like, yeah. So just use hair clippers and trim it. I'm like,
oh, I didn't learn that. I didn't learn that until my adult years. I didn't get, no.
So that's what I did. And apparently my mom, I was walking around without a shirt, and my mom saw that it wasn't shaved. It wasn't like bald, like, razor shaved. It was trimmed, but I trimmed it like, I don't know what number I used, but I know it was short, but it was still there. It wasn't like it was like waxed or anything. And she like freaked out, like, oh my God, only women shave down there. And so I'm like,
wait. Who's seen this? Your aunt?
My mom.
Your mom.
My mom.
Why is your mom looking at your ball hair?
Dude, I said my pit hair.
Oh, pit hair. I'm still on ball thing. Okay.
Okay. You keep your mind on your balls.
Yeah.
But so, of course, women got to be women. They got to gossip. They got to talk. And she tells my aunt.
Yeah. See, that's why I thought aunt, because I think you told me this once before.
Oh, did I tell you the story? All right.
I think so. Yeah. I think you told it on here too.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
I'm pretty sure. me and you don't have too many conversations outside of here.
No.
Unless it's text. So I'm pretty sure you told that on here already.
All right. Then forget that story. Anyway, back to AI. All I know is I normally go to sleep at 4 a.m. Okay. Yeah. Even on my day, right before my days off, I just pass out 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next I think it was Sunday. Woke up the next day at like 8. And I'm like, okay, I want to get this equipment.
Yeah.
And get home, because I don't want to be stuck in, even though it's a Sunday, people coming back from wherever, I didn't want to be stuck in traffic. So I got up, took a shower, drove all the way to your home state.
Yeah.
That was hard. Jesus Christ.
You also first went to another place in this state.
No,
where I expected you to get mugged.
No, I went to your old state where I thought I'd be mugged, but there was like nobody there. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So I picked that up and then drove to the other place in our current state.
Yeah.
And by the time I got home, I was like exhausted. I was like, and I wanted to put it together, but then I fell asleep and passed out until later on. I'm just like, I'm not doing this in the middle of the night.
Isn't it so much fun though, having new stuff? New stuff. I love new stuff.
Oh, dude, I fell asleep next to when I went to your old state, because there was the only place that had the Best Buy there was the only place that had the GT, the RTX 360, 3060, the 12 gigabyte version. Yep. So that's why I specifically wanted to go there, and it was only like $300. So I picked it up.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I was like, whoa. And the other place, the Micro Center, they didn't have the 3060. They had like the 4090s, and so I was like, dude, shit was like $600 and all that stuff. They had great deals on the i9. Like I got the i9 and a motherboard and 32 gigs of RAM, all for $400. I was like, damn. And I got that 1 gig M.2 SSD for only like $34. I was like, Jesus Christ.
So you built this thing for under $1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I got home that night, I put the graphics card on my couch, and I'm just laying there like, okay, I'm just going to relax for a moment.
Cuddle in the box and sucking your thumb.
I fell asleep next to the box. I woke up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's so nice when you get new, you're going to put a new computer together. You got all this, you're all excited and stuff. And then it gives you shit while you're putting it together. And you're like, motherfucker.
Everything went fine.
Yeah.
Except with the case. Like I got a decent case, but when I'm trying to, like, the smart thing would have been to connect the cables to the PSU first and then shove it in. My dumbass puts it in, screws it in, and then there's the stupid SSD drive cases right in the way. and I already have the motherboard in, the graphics card connected, and the screws to get rid of that case so I can get my hand into the PSU. Is the screws are underneath the graphics cards. I have to take the graphics card out, unscrew all
it's
that
always
garbage.
Something. It never goes completely
Oh my
smooth.
God.
It's always something.
And then I got an MSI motherboard. It's what they gave me because it's part of the deal. That thing came with like no directions, none whatsoever. I'm like trying
to get a PDF or something.
No, I didn't even have that. I just like went on YouTube on my phone, and they're like, okay, this is where you connect this, and here's where you connect this, and da 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 da. I'm like, what the bloody hell, man?
Yeah.
So, but I finally got it together, and I was just like, it was like 4:00 in the morning. This was Monday night, and I had to go to work the next day. And I'm like, God damn it. So I fell asleep, and then Tuesday we were playing with each other. Not playing with each other.
What? I would remember this.
We're playing on Discord back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's like, God damn this stupid thing, trying to get the stupid Windows connected. Then I finally got that connected, got the Stable Diffusion working.
And
then we were sending our images back and forth. And then last night I wanted to like put everything into, because I set up in the office and I have a TV in the office. So I was going to bring it into my room last night, set everything up so we can mess around with it on today's show. Fell asleep. I'm like, when I woke up this morning, I'm like, God damn it. So now I can't even, like, the computer itself is just sitting on the floor right in front of me. I can't even do anything with it because I still got a connected power cord and find an Ethernet cord and find a HDMI cord. But I do know this.
What?
If what an ass some of this AI shit could be. Like the Stable Diffusion is pretty cool. Like that's just to make images.
Yeah.
But like I said, I want to make an avatar using that, an AI avatar. I want to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I got the second computer, because, it's going to be kind of difficult to do it on one computer. And my laptop is just, it's not good enough to run this shit.
Yeah. Well, it's not good enough to run Stable Diffusion. It'll probably be good enough to run the avatar.
I don't know, because you can use Chat GPT to run it, but then you got to do the voice thing. Now, Chat GPT 3.5 is obviously free.
Yeah.
Then you got the voice
thing. Well, here's the thing, though. To create an avatar with ChatGPT, it's not really, well, as far as I know, the videos I've seen, it's not really GPT you're connected to. What you're connecting to is the open AI, like the back end.
Yeah.
It's the same doesn't thing. That cost money?
Chat GPT 3.5 is free.
Even the open AI thing.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's 4.0 where it costs money.
Yeah. Yeah. I am only messing with 3.5 at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to ask it to like create, if I can get it to create the 13th floor, then I'll pay for the money for 4.0. But until then, until I get the shit working,
apparently
then I'm going to mess around with 3.5 first.
Apparently 4 is better for programming. So 4 will probably help you create the avatar. But
I can easily create I'm not saying to create the avatar. I can do that myself.
So I don't mean
that's not a problem.
I don't mean the image.
Getting everything connected and working, because there's also the text to speech program. That's a whole different. Oh my God, dude, I was ready to throw my computer out the window trying to get that shit to work, because first I'm like watching these videos and they're saying, oh, use this program or you can use this program, and all of them cost money. Well, one is free. It's technically free, which I should just kept going with that one, because that one looks like it's going to be the best to use. But then I saw another video that said, oh, if you run it, because first off, I didn't know Chat GPT has to be run in Chrome. Can't be run in Firefox. I don't know I don't know what these guys, like StreamYard can only be run in Chrome. Chat GPT only in Chrome. I don't know what Chrome has in these bastards, man.
That's not really true. Well, I'm using the web-based version of it, and you can run that in Firefox.
Really? Because I couldn't even, because you have to create an account. It kept saying,
can't
do it. I'm like,
you have to create
I couldn't even sign in.
Oh.
I couldn't create an account. I couldn't sign in because it kept giving me this oops, error message, like, oh, please try again later.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, maybe it's the browser. I tried Chrome, but logged me in. Oh, I was there using it easily, no problem. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So I got to get that. And then there's I think it's 11 AI, something like that, that does the voice. I think it's the same. You've seen those Donald Trump versus Joe Biden videos.
Yeah.
Those, I think that's what the website that they use to create those voices. So, and that at first is free. Oh, but my point was that somebody said through Chrome, you can add an extension that will automatically speak with ChatGPT. So I'm like, oh, this is easy. Oh, it doesn't work. Like, God damn it. And of course, everybody's putting in. It's like, dude, it's not working. What's going on? Dude, it's not working. What's going on? And no response. I'm like, all right. Then I looked up that Google has its own version of text to speech, but it's free they give you $300 to mess around with it. And
do
then
you care
what
this thing sounds like, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because you want it to sound like a cute girl, like that guy on the what was it? Fucking Twitch, the guy with the anime character.
I don't want it to sound like Gorlock the Destroyer. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm just saying, because I seen a guy create a like chat GPT assistant thing, but it's got a shitty voice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was also didn't have a character on the screen, but I guess that's the next part of it. But my point was that those free versions, it just sounds like a robot voice. But anyway. Well, but yeah, I have GPT up on Firefox right now. Okay.
All right, maybe you didn't like my Firefox.
Would you like to ask it some questions?
No, I don't need to ask any goddamn questions.
No.
Ask if they're how to make the ask out. Let's see. Ask how to make the Oh, I don't even have it on this computer. God damn it. Oh, that's right. I don't want to put it on this computer.
Just share my screen. Well, here's my question. When you go through the open AI crapola, does it still have all the things like it doesn't allow cursing? Like there's a few times I type stuff in here and it's like, and it goes, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. Like all I want to know is your dick size. Like what the fuck?
What?
But anyway, no, but it won't, you can't bring up fucking anything. I forgot what it was that I put in there. Oh, one of them was, I took our old episodes and I found another AI that you can use for this that's better, but you can take the transcript of your episodes and have it write a title and description so we don't have to fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Which if you notice on some of our videos, I think it's from like 9 to whatever's recent, they're all written by some AI. So they're all stupid. Like one of them called us old geezers. Listen to these old geezers complain about today's world.
Well, it's probably because we refer to ourselves as old.
Probably. But anyway, what was I trying to say?
About cursing.
But
you desperately wanted to curse.
Oh, so I pasted one of the transcripts in there, and I guess our conversations just sound like a private conversation between two people. And it starts giving me things like, I don't feel comfortable with this transcription. I'm not allowed or whatever to work on private conversations. And I'm like, really? First of all, in the transcription, there's timestamps on everything. How is that a private conversation? Second of all, what are you for? Like, why do you care? Why does this thing care what it's used for? It's not public. It's not like other people are seeing this. It's just for my purposes. So between me and my friend ChatGPT, I should be able to say whatever I want. But my question is, the open AI, when you're not going through this web-based crap, does it work like Stable Diffusion when you're not logged into the web thing? The online?
It's still through the web.
It's still through the web, so it doesn't.
Yeah, there's no local. There is a local AI, but it's shit. It's like free GPT or something like that, but it's not as good because the reason why it's on the web browser, through a browser, is because it's using their quantum fucking whatever computer they have.
Yeah.
So if you do it locally, it's going to be dependent on the power of your computer.
So, yeah. So can you read what I just typed in?
Yeah. I'm way
can't assist with that regard.
assist
And it probably went and got reported to somebody, and that's a strike. Like oh my God.
strike.
I don't understand. Yeah, dude, I don't understand some of the shit that's going on today. What are we, the fucking Puritans? Like, why? I don't understand.
Well, I think because you know what's going to happen. Somebody's going to use this for porn. Everything
But
is.
so what? It's not public. It's not. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh, by the way, did you post the last video, the one with the alien?
No, I did not yet because I'm still trying to work out where to put.
Okay, because that was the other thing I put in here. Was I tried to get it to give me a description of that episode because it's an alien porno. It basically gave me shit. So I had to trick it, and I forgot what it came up with. Wait, we can't pull that up now because it'll, we can't show that shit on here. But if you go to our Patreon and pay us a single $1,
we don't even have that set up yet.
I don't know. I thought it was set up. I thought the video was up there.
Well,
we had to put that video on Patreon in order to not have it on YouTube.
Because YouTube will find us and murder us.
I guess. Which is so well. Okay, I understand that, but I don't understand the Chat GPT thing. It should just call me a dirty whore.
Maybe it respects you. It's concerned about your feelings.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't want to call you a dirty whore. Maybe he doesn't believe you're a dirty whore. Maybe he thinks it's like you should think better of yourself.
No, he doesn't love me. It's not about love. My purpose is to provide helpful, respectful information. Okay. Anyway,
see, it would be awesome if it could speak to us, but goddamn it, nothing works.
Yeah. By the way, it can speak to you. All you need, and I only know of this on Chrome, but
are you talking about the text to speech?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yes, it does. On Chrome, it works.
I tried it. It didn't work.
What am I typing text to speech for?
Are you in Firefox or Chrome?
I am. See what plugins they have for ChatGPT.
I only saw one that was text to speech.
Well, I can send you one that'll work on Chrome. It works on mine.
Really?
Yeah.
So then get out of here and go on Chrome. What are you doing?
Oh, hang on. Let me go on Chrome.
Because I am very curious because that would make things very easy.
Yeah.
Because I tried signing up for Google's text to speech, and like I said, they give you $300 free, but to even sign up, you have to give them your credit card. I'm like, oi. Like, I don't even know if your shit works
for text to speech.
Yeah, Google has their own text to speech.
Well,
I don't know if that's what's used to make those.
There you go.
Those presidential argument videos.
There you go. Text to speech.
Okay, what did you use?
Hi, ChatGPT. How are you feeling today?
Hello. I'm just a computer program, so I don't have feelings, but I'm here and ready to help you with any questions or tasks you have. How can I assist you today?
Yeah. Wait. Don't say anything. What?
I have to click the button each time to say something.
Okay. All right. Click the button.
Well, it's not going to hear you because you're on my headset. You're on my headphones. Hang on. Can I put my headphones to the mic?
Yeah.
Hang on. Try this. Go ahead.
Chat GPT. Tell me. It's not even responding. Chat Chubby.
All right. That didn't.
I'm not sure. Please provide more context or clarify what you'd like to say or ask. I'm here to assist you, so feel free to provide more details, and I'll do my best to help.
Anyway, so yeah, I didn't really hear you that well, so I don't know, but it does work. All it is, and I don't feel like going into the settings and stuff because this is the thing I use for other stuff, so I don't know if it's going to say my name and shit.
Okay.
But it's just a plugin. I have two or an extension. I have two of them on here. I have this one, which is the text speech, and then this one, which which reads shit to you. In other words, if you wanted to read this back, it doesn't work. It only reads it as it's going. So there's this other thing that just puts a play button next to it, and then it takes a second. So if it was a whole long thing and you stopped it and you wanted to,
okay, no, that's stupid. Get that out of there.
yeah. Anyway, but it does work, so you can just talk back and forth. Anyway, I'm gonna close out of this, I think.
Okay, I'll have to check again because
yeah, I'll send you the extension.
I put it in there and I'm trying to get it to work and it is not work. I didn't even get that because you click that microphone button, right? Yeah, I didn't even get that.
Yeah, I think there's two of them that I know work.
Maybe it's because I didn't have a microphone connected to that.
Oh, I like how it titled the chat "Inappropriate Request."
It knows. It's not stupid. But there's so many goddamn videos on this stuff, man. It's like, oh my God. Like I was up till like 4:00 the night before, not last night, but the night before, trying to like get this text to speech to work. Yeah. Then I saw that last video where he's like, a guy pretty much gives a breakdown on how to make a avatar that responds with AI. I was just like, okay, I'll work on this tomorrow. And I was so excited. I was just like, all right, I'm just going to rest my eyes passed out and then wake up till 11 the next day. I was like, crap.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I like the text to speech thing because it's so much easier to just speak into a microphone and just have it speak back to you. But it's not going to work for the purposes of what you're trying to do with your little chippy in the corner of the screen.
Well, little Chippy probably give us some more content. That's goofballs.
Well, yeah, that's true. I half expected today to log in to see a little fucking
cat girl,
a little cat girl, anime cat girl, or whatever, sitting here, and I would have all of a sudden my dick would kick in and I'd stop talking to you and.
You're trying to. I haven't even gotten her up yet. You're already trying to get with my.
On her. Anyway, no. The other thing I was clicking on is I was trying to remember. I had put something like weeks ago. Sometimes I'll put things in Discord, like on my own channel, just to remember them. And I was trying to. So in case we run out of shit to say, which it feels like we just did. I had a couple of things on here. One of them was, did you ever see the old Howard Stern Channel 9 show?
It was like on late at night.
Yeah.
On the weekends and so on. Yeah, I think
I happened to run into this and I was like, maybe we could talk about this shit.
Oh boy.
But if you want, I'll present my screen again. But and I have to do the entire screen with audio because I'm not doing Chrome. Because if I do Chrome for StreamYard and then Chrome to stream, whatever, it doesn't work. There you go.
Now.
You know, Missy.
King, is that you?
Yeah, that is me. Thank you so much. Where am I? What is it? What is this place?
Oh, that is loud.
What is it?
Channel 9.
This isn't the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas?
No, I can't hear it.
Boy, is this unprofessional. Whose body am I in? I look a mess. What the hell happened?
Oh, my goodness.
What is this?
I got to fix my settings now because I can't hear it.
I don't know.
Really? Because my ears are blowing out.
Oh, are they? There you go. But,
okay. I guess that's Howard playing Elvis.
This is Howard playing Elvis. I got to tell Howard was funny back in the day.
That's what everybody says.
Not so much anymore, but it is what it is. Where is my playback device? Headphones. There we go. Try that.
Okay, now I can't hear anything. We're a professional studio.
You can't hear this?
No, I can't hear anything.
You told me it was too loud.
Yeah, now before it was too loud. Now I can't hear anything.
Can you hear it now?
No.
You son of a bitch.
It's not my fault.
Oh, it is your fault. You said you couldn't hear it, so I turned it down. Or you said it was too loud, so I turned it down. But anyway, all right. So there was Howard Stern.
Okay. Was there a point behind this?
Well, no, there was nothing. We were just going to talk about the old Howard Stern. You didn't listen to Howard at all back then, right?
Sometimes, because like he started like super early in the morning. I was like, I'm not getting up that early to listen to him, because I would sometimes when I worked all day, I would catch him like he had the news section where Robin, I think it was Robin, read the news.
Yeah, that was at the end of the show.
Yeah, I'd catch that. And then Opie and Anthony would come on like I think at 3 or 4, and then I was able to listen to them because I was up. You know, they had Howard in the morning and O&A in the afternoons. You know, it was a nice
O&A
deal.
was afternoon. See, I never listened to O&A.
Yeah, back when they were on WNEW or 102.7.
See, here's where Howard was a genius. Okay, he turned his whole audience against everyone else on the radio. All he did was bitch about everybody, including Opie and Anthony, obviously, to the point where it never even occurred to me to listen to Opie and Anthony. Like, why would I do that? They suck. They're just stealing off of Howard. They're basically just fucking more. I thought they were the Z Morning Zoo, the way Howard talked about them. So,
and which is funny because they would tear apart.
I know that now. Yeah, I watched whenever I see an Opie and Anthony YouTube, whatever from back in the day, I'll wind up watching it because I'm like, oh, this is what I missed out on. I just thought they sucked and I never heard them before. But that's how he stayed on top. And if I think back to all old Howard, he did that with anyone that competed with him in any way.
Well, the problem with this is coming from Opie and Anthony, was that anybody he picked on, Howard picked on, the producers or whatever, I guess because he was on every single channel, and apparently you were not allowed to fight back.
Yeah.
Okay, because there were times when Opie and Anthony wanted to fight back, and they would have their managers come down and say, "No, Howard says no, you can't fight back."
Dude, that's how he won.
But
he just bullied everybody.
Yeah, but he wouldn't. That's where I started not liking Howard Stern, because throw shade, fine, okay.
Yeah.
I love,
Yeah.
I used to be a big WWE fan. I love when not when Connor's throwing shit at the bus, but when he's talking smack and stuff.
Oh, Conor McGregor is awesome. Yeah. I love that shit.
When he's talking smack, it's great. But when you sit there and like, no, you can't have them fight back. I'm like, you're a bitch, man. That's a bitch attitude.
Yeah.
Like, and basically that's how he would tell people, go to the producers or the channels or have them, whoever say, no, they're not allowed to fight back against me. And Opie and Anthony were like, no, we're fighting back.
Exactly.
Like they would.
Oh,
they
dude.
Would,
I
they
remember
fought
when
it in their contract.
I remember when Opie and Anthony did a whole thing on Howard's daughter because she was naked in a play.
My vagina.
Oh my God. It was so fun. Well, see, I don't remember that from back in the day. I remember I watched that on YouTube and shit later. Oh my God. Like I was sitting there with my mouth open, like, oh my God, they went there.
Yes.
Jesus.
Or when
Christ.
he got divorced.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, look for when Howard got divorced. They tore him up.
Okay.
They were like, oh yeah, and Allison. You're like, he was crying, or when they got divorced and they just kept pounding him. And of course he comes around again. It's like, no, that stops. And they'd be like, this motherfucker. Like if you want to throw shade, That's awesome. But don't sit there and be like, no, they can't talk back. Okay. That's where I started really hating Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Like I cannot stand people like that. You want to start shit, but then you can't take it. It's like, ooh, because I had cousins like that. They love to start shit, but the moment you throw shit back, they ran to their mom.
Dude, yeah.
Ooh.
No, everybody realizes now that Howard was a different person than who he was on the air. A completely different guy. He's kind of a weaselly little, guy off the air. Mm-hmm. Petty and all kind. He's not a guy's guy off the air. On the air, he was this whole, this persona of a guy's guy, like working class hero kind of shit.
And the sad part is,
yeah,
the biggest sad part is when he was on radio, he
Yeah.
was huge. He
Yeah.
was massive. The
Uh-huh.
moment he dumped regular radio and went to satellite,
Uh-huh.
his numbers were not the same. He
No.
was not as big as he was. Because
No.
like there was one time he had to do a press conference,
Mhm.
and Opie Anthony brought it up. It's like he never had to do a press conference because all he had to do was just do his own show because that's how many people were listening. When
Yeah.
he moved to satellite radio, he had to do a prep because apparently something about his contract. They had a dispute with his contract or some nonsense.
Yeah, well, what happened was with the satellite radio, he had a deal with Sirius when he went there. Something about, and I don't know how Sirius didn't realize this was in the contract or something. Something about additional subscribers that he gets some kind of residual for them. So when Sirius went from what they were to what they became, because it wasn't a Sirius XM merger, Sirius bought XM.
Yes, I know. Trust me. I still am pissed.
I know.
I am still mad as hell because
when
of that
all
shit.
those subscribers, because they were paying him based on his contract, but when all those subscribers from XM came over to Sirius, Howard's like, well, where's my cut? And they're like, what do you mean your cut? This was a merger. This had nothing to do with you bringing people over. And he goes, that's not what the contract says. So you could make up your own mind whether or not he deserves that money.
Because he didn't. All those people that went to X, I still to this day do not understand why XM merged with Sirius. XM was murdering Sirius. As big as they were like, oh, we have Howard Stern on Sirius. They were still had less subscribers than XM. The people that went to XM refused to go to Sirius. And I guarantee you, most of those Sirius customers were people that bought their cars and they were given Sirius. Okay. Most of the people that got XM bought XM because you couldn't get XM on the cars. Like if you bought a new car, it was always Sirius. If you wanted XM, you had to go out and get the device. And when Opie and Anthony moved to, because I wanted to get satellite radio because this was before, radio, regular radio was shit. If you were a metalhead, it was garbage. So I'm like, somebody was telling me, it's like, yeah, you got to listen to the satellite radio rock stations. They're awesome. I'm like, okay. Now there was two. I didn't know which one. Then when I found out Opie and Anthony was on going to XM, I immediately bought an XM device and a subscription. And I went to their rock station, which at the time was called Squiz, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so, you would hear like new music, new rock music that you've never heard before. I would have people come over and I'd put on the station as we're playing video games and so on. People like, dude, or I'd go to like parties and like, I'll take care of the music. People always like, dude, what is this channel? This music is amazing because you hear great songs that you've never heard before. And then they merged. And I'm like, dude, they're going to, because before they merged, I heard somebody, I forget whose girlfriend had a car that had the Sirius channel. And we went for a road trip somewhere. And she put on the rock station. I forget what it's called. And it was shit. It was just as bad as regular radio. I'm like, how many times have we heard this stupid song? I think it was Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, which, mind you, I love the Beastie Boys. But if I hear Sabotage one more goddamn time, I'm going to throw something. Because they would constantly
thrown in there, huh?
They would, no, it was just Sabotage. They would constantly play that song on regular
I
radio.
know. Yeah. It's a good fucking song, though.
Yes, it is, but how many times can I
know.
hear it?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. They just kept playing the same playlist over and over and over.
So
and over
when they
so
merged,
if you listen on the way into work and then you put it on the way out of work, it was basically
it's the same shit,
yeah,
same song. So when they merged, I'm like, they're gonna get, because like you said, XM bought out. I mean, Sirius bought XM. I'm like, so, why? You guys have more. You don't need to do that. I was hoping, I was praying Congress was going to block the move. I'm like, do not let this go through.
Monopoly.
Do not. Oh my God, damn it. And sure enough, at first they had both channels for a while. Yeah. I'm like, okay, maybe they're just going to keep them separate. Yeah. You have an XM device and you have a Sirius device to get. Nope. They merged everything together. They got rid of the XM channel and just used the regular, the Sirius rock station and it was shit. And then they fired Anthony. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I never subscribed. And my God, did they keep sending me letters? Please sign up again. Please sign up again. I'm like, no, you got rid of Opie and Anthony. Go screw yourselves.
Yep.
But
I keep getting that shit.
Anyway, he does not deserve those subscribers because I specifically signed to XM, not because of that douchebag.
Exactly. You had nothing to do with the merger, but that was what the lawsuit was about. Because in his contract, it said any new subscribers that he get, and those are new subscribers, but they're not because it was a merger. They were already subscribed to the old service. So anyway, I think he won, or they settled in some way. But so anyway, did you ever see? I just brought this up. So you got a choice.
Wait. There's one other thing that I was also annoyed about that really, really goddamn pissed me off. When Opie and Anthony were under XM, they had their own studio, a studio that was just built just for them. It had like they could have audience members in the studio. It was beautiful. I saw it on pictures online. It was amazing, and I wanted to go. When I finally was able to go, they got rid of the studio and told him, no, you got to come into the Sirius studios. They gave him like this little tiny corner with you could barely fit like 3 people in it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I didn't even get a chance to be part of the audience.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Howard's studio is huge. They had to run everything past Howard. It was, he ruled that. But I got a choice for you here. Because let me ask you this. Have you ever seen the staff meeting that somebody leaked the video of the staff meeting with Howard Stern and his staff?
Yes, you showed me this. Me this.
Okay.
We did this already.
We didn't do it on here.
You sure?
I'm pretty positive. Well, anyway, okay. I'm sure at the very least that we didn't. Well, first of all, share the screen real quick. We won't do the whole thing, but I just want to show 2 parts because this is who Howard really is. He's the manager that we hate when we're at our jobs.
Yeah,
he's the guy in the staff meeting who puts up the fucking thing that says where we are and or where we're going and how we're going to get there.
And you guys have to do all the work.
Yes.
You guys have to do everything.
Yeah.
You guys
why is my producer Gary the only one bringing in people? You guys did you see the part? And here's the part I wanted to bring up because I don't think I talked about this. Did you see the part where he takes credit for everybody's career, including Seinfeld? Apparently not. Tell me if you could hear this. Hang on. We sell records, we sell books, we sell product, we sell concerts. This is who Howard actually is. This is not the guy on the radio that we know.
And then we begin to email people and we blast them. And by blast them, I mean
you mean annoy them.
Yeah.
Every month. Our team, our core team.
These are the meetings we hated to sit through. We don't get these so much anymore.
I guarantee you they did not get paid for this.
Oh, probably.
I guarantee you this was probably after work.
Probably.
It's probably an hour long.
Yeah.
No.
Leverage friends of the court. What do I mean by friends of the court?
Yeah.
Like no beverages, no food, no nothing.
Yeah, listen to this. Watch. Hang on. Whitney Cummings. He takes credit for all their careers.
Whitney Cummings was doing jack shit.
Now,
found her. She was in clubs. She was going
there's a little bit of truth in that, not so much truth. He has nothing to do with her career. However, she was on Howard Stern's show a couple of times before she was a name. In other words, just like every other radio station that she went on to promote her shit. Now,
hold on. Who the fuck is Whitney Cummings?
Oh, you don't know who Whitney Cummings? Never mind. It doesn't matter. She's a comedian.
Really? Okay.
She's a comedian. She had a sitcom for a while, but the point is that he didn't write her stand up. He didn't write the sitcoms that she made. She was the one that wrote Two Broke Girls, and I know you know that show. Okay, Anyway, but he goes on to Seinfeld, taking credit for Seinfeld's career.
Had a show called The Seinfeld Chronicles that was about to go off the air.
Yeah.
He used our show. This woman was nowhere when she did our show. Jon Stewart used to come on when
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart?
What happened to this guy? I haven't even fucking seen
Dude, are you looking at the guy behind him? Look at the next one he's about to get to, the last one.
Owes us, man. When he was coming in and doing the
Who's the guy in the middle at the bottom beneath Seinfeld?
I don't know. David
on
Letterman.
his show, I don't know how many times. Probably
Wait,
20,
he's taking credit for David Letterman.
Yeah. So,
Dude, that is. I
So
knew his ego
Seinfeld-
was massive, but
so Seinfeld
God
had a
damn.
sitcom called The Seinfeld Chronicles that was failing until he came on our show, and now he's a fucking million. Dude, he went on your show, Regis and Kathy Lee in the morning. He went on all the shows. Your show is not responsible for these people's careers, you fucking egomaniac.
Well, you heard about Vonage, right?
What about Vonage?
Apparently, before Vonage came out doing their thing,
Yeah.
and so on and so on, and then Howard Stern promoted their product or you tested it out or something,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden their shit
Yeah.
blew up overnight and so on. So, I mean, I can see how
Look, he has
he
a
might
big
have
platform.
help.
He
and so
has a
on.
big platform, but and he can boost people's viewership. But he's just a tool that they're using. He's not responsible. He didn't write Seinfeld.
Well, I will say this. I've seen some videos of him where you can tell he makes the girls so uncomfortable. Like, what was that one chick from the Three's Company that did that fucking leg exercise thing where she yeah.
I forget her name, but the
Yes.
Thigh Master bitch.
Yes,
You know,
yes. Okay.
yeah.
He was just sitting there like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. I love
Oh,
you so
dude, he
much."
did that every time.
And
he did that every
you
time.
could see her face. She's just like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
if there's anybody that I would have expected to have been Harvey Weinstein, it is this motherfucker. I don't know how there aren't women out. And I think the only
But
reason
he's different now, by the way. He doesn't do any of
matter.
that shit now because now he's all woke and shit.
Well, it doesn't matter because
Meanwhile, back in the day, he said the N-word all the time. Like anyway, it's ridiculous that he doesn't get in trouble for some of the shit that he did from back in the day.
I think many of the actresses are like, thank God this guy doesn't have the power that he has anymore. Because you could just tell that many of them went there because they had to promote their shit, but didn't want to be there. Like you could just sense it, especially like I forget who was another one. Like she kept acting like she was intimate, but there's a difference between because she's an actor. She can act like she's into it, but you can tell her body language just like,
dude,
how much longer do I have to put myself?
Dude, there were times that dudes came in like his dude comes in, whoever it is, some rock star, whatever, and he just got married, and his talking about his new wife. Oh, she's here. She's in the green room. Bring her in. And then Howard starts to talk to her that way, and I'm like, dude, if that's your new wife, and you're letting this dude talk to. I would have jumped over the fucking console.
But that's just it. You can't because then you can't because now everybody that's a Howard Stern fan will hate you.
Will hate you. Not only that, he'll fucking sue the shit out of you. Number two, even though he fucking deserves the beating.
And then he will just spend the rest of his life just shitting on them.
I know.
Like he tried doing that to Aerosmith.
I don't
because
remember that,
oh yeah, he said something bad about Aerosmith, and Aerosmith is just like, I forget. They didn't even say anything like horrid.
Yeah.
They just said, yeah, whatever about Howard and so on. And he just shit on them. I'm like, you're shitting on fucking Aerosmith? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, like I said, he's the dude he was on the radio is not who he was behind the scenes. That's the guy, because he didn't know this thing was going to be released. That's the guy who he is in real life. That's who he is. It's different than, Opie and Anthony. They were basically the guys the guys on the radio or who they were, at least to some extent.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Apparently then you find out that Opie is just Howard Stern part 2.
But if you listen, and I didn't listen back in the day, but I can look at the YouTube clips, and I know the stuff that was said afterwards, and now I'm going back seeing it for the first time. And he was that guy on the radio too. You've seen him get all bitchy. He was constantly getting all huffy and stuff on the radio. Like he wasn't part of it. You can see it. In other words, he wasn't putting on a character. He was really a douche, even on the show. But anyway, you asked who Whitney Cummings is. and I think I may have sent you this at some point, but I don't even know if we talked about this, but apparently Whitney Cummings had a new Netflix special that is
Let me guess.
universally thought of.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Her vagina is just so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Men are garbage.
Vagina.
Yeah, my vagina.
Yeah.
Men.
Well,
penis.
it's universally
My
thought of
vag-
as one of the worst specials ever produced.
Look.
So we're gonna watch the trailer right now.
No.
Because no, it's 1 minute and 16 seconds, and I
Oh,
need your reaction. Here we go.
Where-
This is what you missed out on since you don't know who Whitney Cummings is.
For my good friend and yours.
Get rid of the subtitles. Get rid of subtitles because I want to be surprised at how hard this is. Okay, stop. Stop. What in the hell is, dude? Okay.
I assume it's a period joke. I assume because that's all female comics do is period jokes.
What's her name? What was the other female comedian that had her own show?
Miss Piggy?
No.
I don't know. No, not that one.
God damn it. I can't remember her name. She just used to say that she wasn't even funny. She would just say the raunchiest stuff out of nowhere. Like I remember she hosted the MTV Video Music Awards, and she was just
Sarah Silverman.
That's her. Okay. She would just sit there and go shit, pussy, cock, dunk. Yo, just random words, just being. And it's like, okay, it reminded me of that Eddie Murphy joke when he had an issue with Bill Cosby. I say jokes. I don't go up there and say dick, pussy, night, good night. You know, it just what it feels like.
She's
Sarah
all
Silverman was.
She's all
and
woke
this one
now.
too. Oh.
She's all woke now because there was a clip of Sarah Silverman talking about like the transgender thing. Like somebody was complaining about transgender women in sports, and she goes, "They're just women like any other woman." And I'm trying to figure out if she's just jumping on the bandwagon in order to make more money, in order to continue to make money.
They all are.
Or if she actually, because some of the stuff she was saying was just because let's face it, I don't care where you are on the whole transgender thing. The sports issue is an actual issue, and somebody brought up.
No,
so if Mike Tyson puts on a wig and gets in the ring with a female boxer, that's okay.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, I do too.
I think it's great. You know
Good
why? You know why? Because those same women that don't like this shit, like men joining trans, I don't know how it works. Dudes who used to be women joining into female sports, they're probably the same assholes that destroyed, Luke Skywalker, destroyed all the male heroes.
Luke Skywalker. How did they do? What do you mean?
Oh my God. They turned Luke Skywalker. You didn't see any of the new Disney movies, right? Oh, dude, they turned Luke Skywalker into a bitch. Like a bitch. They turned Luke Skywalker into a bitch. They turned Indiana Jones into a bitch. They made all like the newest Western video games. Every girl looks like a dude now. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch any new shit.
And every dude has to act like a bitch.
Yeah.
Every dude, if like, what was it? I forget what show it was, but they like, it's the typical. We gotta tear the dude down to make the girl better. It's like,
I can't wait for ChatGPT to write the description for this episode.
Oh boy,
I'm sorry.
Like, if you want to make like Tomb Raider, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the
Tomb Raider, the A-Cup Chronicles.
Oh, dude, they ruined Tomb Raider because they had to. Because remember, you know who Lara Croft is, right?
I know who the Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You remember how she had the big giant boobs?
Well, that's why I'm saying the A-Cup Chronicles.
Oh, and that's exactly what they turned it into.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Is it that? Oh, well, it's not realistically drawn. It's a video game. It's not supposed to be realistic.
By the way, you're not getting away with not watching the rest of this.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. There's a documentary.
Fuck your shit.
You fucking douche.
God damn it.
Come on, that was hilarious.
That was not hilarious.
Comedian.
Professional.
Okay, I got one for you.
Here we go. But anyway, this is revenge. All this transgenders and female sports, it's revenge for screwing up Ghostbusters, for screwing up Star Wars, all my video games, Tomb Raider, making all the women in all my video games, making them ugly. It's revenge. Revenge. Ha ha. Suck it. I don't care. I don't care. I say let the women that used to be dudes that are now women, let them in sports. Oh, let them in, let them just knock them all out. This is revenge. I say good. Every time I see a transgender woman, dude, whatever, I don't know how it works. Okay.
Yeah.
But every time we see me in women's sports, I'm like, that's my dude.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Girl.
It's this issue will never affect men's sports. So who cares?
Oh yeah.
Okay. In order to be equal and woke, we showed a female comedian who had the worst Netflix special. Now share my screen because this is going to be the male version of that. This is Brendan Schaub. Share the fucking screen, dude.
Do I have to?
Yes. So do you know who Brendan Schaub is?
I know. I keep hearing his name on Joe Rogan, but I
Yes.
never like.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan convinced him to be a comedian. Because Joe, for some reason, tells every douchebag on his show that he should be a comedian. Well, this guy, instead of doing what you're supposed to do as a comedian and, toil away for 8 years before you put out your first Netflix special and actually get good at it, he goes and makes a Netflix special after like 2.5 years. And it's horrible. Well, this is just the trailer.
I'm the only person in my house who don't speak Spanish. My white friends never dated Latino before. Go to
Wait, hang on. That's Brendan Schaub?
That's Brendan Schaub.
Because I know who he is, but I didn't know his name.
I've seen some of his ex-MMA guy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
and
he's an ex-football player, ex-MMA guy, and soon to be ex-comedian. he apparently failed at 3 different things. He's apparently got a real good podcast, though. I've never seen his podcast.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought his podcast was. Because I mean, I know the guy's face. I just never put the name. To the face.
He did a podcast with what's that guy's name from Mad TV? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Because I know I know his face, but I didn't know his name. But I've seen some of his clips on Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
and they were
the only reason I really know him. Like I was into MMA. I watched The Ultimate Fighter. He was one of the guys on one of the seasons of Ultimate Fighter. That's as much as I ever knew about him. He didn't stand out. He wasn't like the standout guy. He wasn't that good. But the only reason I know him is Joe Rogan convinced him to quit MMA. Basically told him straight out, dude, you're not that good. Okay, let's end on that. Let me find that. Hang on a second. Because that, maybe we can find a short of that. Because that was the most uncomfortable Joe Rogan episode I've ever
told
seen.
him on Joe Rogan.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Find it.
You don't think he's
my God.
You don't think he's gonna waste his time off the air.
Holy crap.
He told him on the air that you're never going to be a top guy. So why do you want the brain damage? It's basically what he said. Hang on.
But he's funny. Well, I guess, podcasting, because I could never be a comedian. No,
I don't know that he's that funny, though. You think he's funny?
But he's not like you're not funny, but you're entertaining to talk to. Yeah. I'm not funny in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, we're not on stage. We're not comedians.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I think he's
he's probably a good podcaster.
When he's talking to Joe Rogan, I find the clips.
Yeah.
I'm still annoyed that he went to goddamn Spotify. But anyway, when we get little clips of him,
yes.
I've seen some of his, and he's entertaining to his interactions with Joe is entertaining.
And apparently the podcast with him and I'm still forgetting the other guy's name. Him and the other guy is doing very well, or was, I don't know about now. Doing extremely well. So apparently maybe he found his niche, but apparently comedy isn't in it. I need to find this clip because it's the most uncomfortable thing ever. Joe Rogan.
Now it's a real clip, right? It's not a.
Oh no! It's 100% real. I watched it as it happened.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, it's pretty old. Cells.
Wow.
I can't type and talk at the same time. I realize that
Yeah,
about myself.
I've noticed this. So shut up and type. I just still wish that Joe would just. Well, I mean, I understand why he went to Spotify. I mean, $100 million. God damn it! But man, it's so annoying trying to listen to that shit.
Yeah.
Like I have to, because I can't listen to commercials. I'm the like, if rich people don't have to pay taxes, then us poor people, as a poor person, I refuse to listen to commercials. I refuse.
Yeah.
I flat no. If rich people don't got to pay taxes, I ain't got to listen to commercial. End story. And the only way I can listen to Spotify is on my computer. Can't do it on my phone. And I like watching shit on my phone.
I'm trying to find a short of this fucking thing because I don't want to play a whole. Because there's a 30-minute version, but Joe Rogan. Anyway, maybe we could skip through it here. Okay, here we go. I think he starts off pretty. We'll see if this works. Go ahead, share the screen.
Oh yeah, this is way old.
Yes.
This is the reality of it. I worry about your commitment to fighting, and I worry about where you stand. Not your commitment to training, not your commitment to training, not your commitment to give it your all. I think you have one foot out the door. I think you're looking. You disagree?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're looking at where the future is going to take you, and that you can't do this forever. And I think that's a very dangerous place to be.
I hope he gets to the part
I've seen it with a lot
because
of guys.
He starts to argue with them, and eventually
early in
Joe's
their
like,
career, they're
look,
invulnerable.
You're never going to be
beasts,
champion.
They're monsters. They're 100% focused. Fighting becomes their life. It becomes their everything. And then somewhere along the line, they start thinking,
see, he's trying to be nice right now.
Yeah, I know.
He's trying to be like,
he's
trying to convince him it's his
my
idea.
exit strategy.
You got
you don't think that's what the educated fighters are thinking?
Yes, that is what the educated fighters are thinking. But that's a part of the issue with fighting.
I wish I had this.
There's people in fighting that do really well.
You gotta lower it. Gotta lower it.
Efficiency of movement.
I can't hear you.
Happens when you get a guy who's trained his whole life.
Well, you see how when you put the thing
whether it's wrestling
on the timeline, but no, put it on the timeline. On the timeline. Okay, you see how
and
the graph goes up.
You don't try hard.
Oh, okay.
That might be it because that's where people like the video.
It's not that you're not intelligent.
Okay, that's probably where shit goes down. So move forward.
That's where we are.
No, move a little forward.
I don't know if I agree.
Don't you consider yourself a fairly?
Yeah. See how the graph pops up.
Really decent striker.
Yeah.
Right. How good?
Right on the timeline. Right on the timeline. It's very faint, but you see, like it's transparent. But you see how the white mountain
fluidity and
right above the timeline. Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Okay. You see that? That's where people like the video. That's where good usually goes down.
I think you'd be surprised.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Back up.
But if you had a wrestling match with Cain Velasquez, how well do you think you'd do?
Cain was the
wrestling.
Yeah,
I think people would be surprised.
Really? You think so?
I like this.
I think you'd be surprised. I really do. I think he'd fuck you up. I say that.
I think he'd fuck you up.
I think.
And this is at the time where he was fighting.
It's different. It's a different kind of.
You said that, Brennan. I mean, you've said that you probably end up on your back with Cain. I mean,
yeah, and then that's not the fight there either.
Right.
If it's a jiu-jitsu match, it's a different thing too.
Yes, you could do it. You're a big guy, man. You hit hard. If you land the right shot at the right time. But if I was objective and I was standing outside looking at it from the outside and I had a bet, I would have to bet on him. This sucks for you. It's hard to hear.
It's hard
to hear. But
I don't necessarily, and you know me, you're my boy. I don't agree with everything you're saying either.
Okay.
This is where it gets real
the other thing is,
uncomfortable.
too, you don't think
he started off nice. He started off at the beginning real nice.
Yes.
Like, you got one foot out the door. And he's trying to get him to get to that conclusion without telling him he sucks. And then he starts to get more and more brutal as it goes on. Now, I don't know. By the way, I never knew that was there. You just pointed that out to me, that's where people liked it.
That's where the good shit happens.
Okay, let's see what this is then at the end.
This is I'm going by another channel that I watched that they said that the mountains are where people like the video.
Okay, well, this is towards the end. People might have just liked it because they were at the end of the video, but
no.
I mean, they can help you a little bit. They can give you, there's certain therapies they can do to help you, get back some of your function, some of your control, some of your But when you start seeing a guy like Terry Noyes, when you see those old guys,
Oh, he starts talking about CTE. Now, there's other clips later on. Okay. There's another clip. This is years later after he takes Joe's advice. He actually takes it pretty quickly. Like months later, he winds up announcing his retirement, and he winds up talking about how Joe is the one that convinced him. He goes and does the podcast, and then the guy that's with him here, I keep forgetting this comedian's name, was on Rogan and said something like, a lot of guys, wind up with CTE after MMA. Brendan got out pretty clean. I don't think he has much CTE. And Rogan goes, Brendan? And he goes, you don't think Brendan has CTE?
Wow.
And the guy goes, no. He goes, you're crazy. I don't know, dude.
Wow.
That's why we love Joe. And yes, I mean, we don't get to watch him anymore because he's on Spotify now. But that's why we loved it, because he didn't pull any fucking punches.
Oh yeah, he was vicious.
Like yeah. Like
you've seen some of his clips from Fear Factor, where one woman was punched some dude, and he's just like,
you've seen that fight on Fear
What's
Factor.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh my dude, I'm like, damn, that's that. And especially like, I think it kind of sucks now that he's like kind of backpedaling with his fight with Carlos Mencia, but that was like amazing.
Oh yeah,
how he got in Carlos's face. I'm like,
that was great.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, dude, and that was the funniest thing. Carlos kept calling him a little bitch. You're a little bitch. You're a little bitch. And Joe didn't even acknowledge it.
I know,
because everybody in the room knows if it turned into a fight,
Joe,
he's the
tear
bitch.
him up. He would make say, "Call me a bitch."
Yeah,
Say
he
you're
didn't
a
even
bitch.
acknowledge it. Like if the dude was an actual physical threat calling him a bitch, it might have been something. But because it was Carlos Mencia, like I think I could take Carlos Mencia. Anyway, all right, we're over an hour. We might as well hang it up.
There's no way we're gonna compete with that.
No.
All right, end this.